Hey everyone, Luke Dog here, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, where we're going to start the Freedom Cry DLC. Taking place about 15 years after Black Flag's main campaign, we join Adewale as he attempts to free marooned slaves in Saint-Dominique. So let's begin. Start new game, start new game, start new game, or options. Okay, we'll keep it the same for now. R2, there we go. And start. So 15 years, I'm not... Whoop. Just dropped my controller. Don't know if Edward is still alive at this point.
The parcel is with the Templar Admiral on the lead ship, Captain. Once he...
Hold on, we got some entries. Adewale, born in 1692 Trinidad. Born to enslaved Ogani parents in Yoruba, Adewale was sold to the owner of a prosperous plantation before his teens. He remained on this plantation, working the fields until his mid-teens, always scheming of ways to escape his predicament, but uneasy with the prospect of living life as a fugitive. Then fortune struck, giving Adewale the sign he needed. At some point near his 16th birthday, a group of buccaneers raided the plantation, robbing it of raw cane, refined sugar, and as many reals as they could find. Seeing in this an opportunity, Ade grabbed a crate of sugar and hauled it aboard one of the longboats the buccaneers had rowed ashore, but not before killing his master. Surprised to see a slave among them, the buccaneers were nevertheless thankful for the aid and welcomed Ade among them. Ade sailed with this first group of men for many years, quickly learning the ways of a seaman, grateful for the chance to develop his own skills and chase his own passions. And though his life among buccaneers was not free of the usual bigotry of the era, Ade found the prejudice to be more confrontational than restrictive. In 1715, misfortune struck a cruel blow when the ship Ade was aboard struck a shallow sandbar near the port of Havana. The buccaneers, mostly British at the time, tried desperately to free the trapped vessel, but after catching sight of an approaching Spanish galleon, abandoned ship only to be torn apart by schools of circling bull sharks. Ade made peace with this fate and stood his ground. Taken to Havana for questioning and inspection, Spanish authorities eventually decided to send Adewale to Spain, where they felt he would make an excellent interpreter, owing to his fluent command of Spanish, English, and French. Some weeks later, they loaded him into one of the galleons that made up their perennial treasure convoy, en route to Seville. Thanks in large part to a hurricane, however, that trip never took place. With the aid of a young Welsh pirate named Edward Kenway, Ade escaped the bilboes that bound him. Freeing more prisoners as they went, Ade and Edward commandeered a brigantine and set sail just in time to beat the worst of the storm. When the hurricane passed, Ade was free once more. From that point forward, Ade sailed as the quartermaster aboard Captain Edward's ship, the Jackdaw. Operating out of Nassau for a time, they grew wealthy off their spoils and lived the lives they had always dreamed. But Ade was a man who valued the democratic ideals of this pirate community far above the spoils they acquired while living it. And as he saw Edward Kenway fall deeper and deeper into a spiral of selfish greed and pointless glory, he wondered if there wasn't a better alternative, a more noble cause he might adopt to suit his ideals. In 1720, these very ideals were put to the test when Captain Kenway sailed to a meeting with the notorious Bartholomew Roberts. Adewale had never trusted Roberts and had hoped Edward might come to the same conclusion before it was too late. Unfortunately, Ade's instincts were correct. In Edward's absence, Roberts' enormous crew attacked the Jackdaw, hoping to subdue her. Ade took command of the brig and sailed her and her crew to safety, regretting the loss of his captain, but confident he had made the right decision. Some months later, Ade resolved to meet with Adewale at the assassin village in Tulum. There he spoke at length with the old mentor and asked him many questions about their order. After hearing answers that pleased him greatly, Ade joined the order, then set about devising a scheme to locate his old captain. Months later, Adewale and the assassins got word that Edward Kenway had been languishing for many months in a prison in Port Royal. They learned too that Mary Read and Anne Bonny had also been taken there. Ade and Adewale put a plan in motion to rescue them. After the escape, a tragic success, Ade returned the Jackdaw intact to Captain Kenway and bade him visit the assassins as soon as he was able. For over 15 years, Adewale faithfully served the assassins, but in time he became increasingly troubled by memories of his past. In 1735, while performing a routine takedown of a Templar admiral off the coast of Saint-Dominique, he was thrown overboard and washed ashore near Port-au-Prince. Originally known as a hunting ground for the Taino and Carib peoples, the island of Hispaniola was first colonized by Christopher Columbus in 1492 in the name of Spain. In 1501, the colony began importing African slaves. The early 17th century brought French pirates seeking to establish their own secret bases on the abandoned northern and western coast of the island. In 1665, French colonization was officially recognized by King Louis XIV, renaming their colony Saint-Dominique. And in 1697, under the Treaty of Ryswick, Spain was forced to hand over their rights to the island to France. A slave-based society was constructed around the production of sugarcane to satisfy European demands for sugar. The island was nicknamed the Pearl of Antilles. It became the wealthiest colony in the West Indies. We could use the weather to manipulate the ambience: tropical storms, torrential rainfall, high winds, hurricanes, and large waves. Yes, because these people didn't already have enough problems. Let's throw the weather at them too. Realism.
It will be lost.
The parcel itself is less interesting than its intended recipient. Let's eliminate this errand boy admiral and unmask the true Templar threat. When I became an assassin, I swore to leave piracy behind. But the old methods have served the creed more than once.
Everything is permitted after all, Captain.
Aye, and often it is necessary.
Get the mainsails into the wind!
Lose foremast men!
Tops, gallants, royal studs!
Time for some good old ship combat.
Ade, they're too strong for us.
Fire!
You can take them. And bomb.
Taking a hit! Hit from range!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
And no fire! No, let's go from picking up! Yes!
Fire! Fire!
We can't take on those guns up
Fire!
Get down the tail!
Fire! Brace! Be careful of it.
We can take them.
Fire!
That's their weak spot!
Fire!
Take the shot!
I think this is also a brig, so I think it's the same kind of ship. So we can board or sink. I say board. Kill the crew, kill the officers, and kill the captain. Okay, everybody. Don't have a good angle on this because it's a man of war. Darn railing's getting in the way. Dang it. Here we go.
Keep them back back!
These are I believe these are the French. Well, it's white with blue highlights. Officers down. Yep, captain's on the floor.
Salut le diable.
There you go, buddy. Okay, down we go. Too bad you couldn't actually go down below your ship, you know, like into the holding cells or something.
Just keep your eye and be ready for anything.
That would have been nice.
Stay below, sir.
Oh, I was gonna sneak up on you. This works. Here we are. Time to go.
Bastien Joseph, Port-au-Prince. What business do Templars have there?
Captain! More French vessels at our tail!
Too many! We'll retreat through the storm!
We will be smashed ashore!
A worse fate awaits if we let this land in Templar hands!
Aye, Captain!
Maroons. Maroons were people from the West Indies, Central America, South America, and North America that escaped slavery and found, formed, and settled communities away from their oppressors, although the African slaves were not the first to be treated so badly. The Taino tribes that first inhabited Saint-Dominique were abused and bullied into submission by the Spanish. Refusing to work for them, the Taino people were the first to settle in the mountains and later made room for the fugitive slaves. Most of the slaves of Saint-Dominique fled to the mountains to hide from their oppressors and start new lives, often based on subsistence agriculture and survival hunting. Some became warriors and fought for independence and the freedom of other slaves. Maroons were known to raise crops, attempt to scare off plantation owners and overseers, loot, and conduct violent raids on nearby sugar and coffee plantations. But although these bands of Maroon warriors grew in size, they, more often than not, lacked the leadership to carry through a large-scale objective. Not surprisingly, the Code Noir still sided with masters. They were given a great deal of liberty in their retaliation methods. Plantation slaves were killed in an attempt to keep the Maroons at bay. Many of the attackers were slaughtered, and the death penalty was given out as a common form of punishment. Maroons in Saint-Dominique were ultimately responsible for one of the few successful slave uprisings in history, and the only one to result in the founding of a free state, the Republic of Haiti, after a century of effort and more than one attempt. Note: Maroons are not to be confused with other black populations in Saint-Dominique at the time. Freedmen, slaves who were freed legally through emancipation or manumission, and gens de couleur, people of color, who were born free or freed at birth.
Captain, there's no hope!
Rescue yourselves! I must stay with the ship!
No, I will stay with you!
You'll find the ship, Adewale.
Oh
They're
boy.
closing in!
Yes, sir, exposed. Let the shot awaiting orders.
They draw
Oh,
ever
so we've got a water
closer!
spout. And a rogue wave.
Incoming fire!
Oh boy.
They are gaining on us!
water spout. Now this is a storm.
Keep your distance and use mortars, Adewale.
I'm just working on trying to survive the natural hazards here.
Douse the gallants and royals!
Oh, come on, that appeared out of nowhere.
Brace! Brace for impact!
And I'm going into the water spout. Oh boy.
Captain.
No.
We are losing good sons.
God dang it.
This music in the background, like an old orchestral score to an old.
Nature wanted to kill me really badly.
Yeah.
Studs out! Let's get moving!
I'm trying to get to the objective.
Captain, there's no hope.
Rescue yourselves! I must stay with the ship!
Health.
No, I will stay with you. They're closing in.
Here it comes!
They're drawing ever closer.
Take them! They'll not trouble us!
They are gaining on us.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to...
Batten yourselves! Cruiser, ease our sticks! More sail! All sail! Here it comes! Steady!
I can do this. I can do this.
Douse the royals and tops!
See, that just appeared out of nowhere. You saw it. And now I'm getting sucked into the water spout. Oh, come on.
Off the wheel, Sarah! Loose the royals!
Move it.
Deuces brought the weather there!
Okay. This is not good. Definitely not good.
Yeah, let me so. Got a lie.
Sale truie! Non! Ça te coûtera une oreille!
Bah, John.
True Islander.
Sweet.
Templar can wait. This woman must not suffer.
Arrête de courir, salope!
Just kill the overseer? Okay.
We just put
Merci, bon Dieu. Désolé. I have nothing to offer but thanks.
Nothing else is needed. As a boy, I fled the same fate.
Why would you risk recapture?
Men of principle know the bigger risk is to turn away. I'm looking for Bastian Joseph. Do you know her?
Moi-même, pas qu'on elle. But any fine gentleman may lead you to her. Too late for this one. Find another in town.
The thanks is now mine. Do you have a place of refuge?
My family waits in the mountains. Démon, Gemon.
Et Dieu soit avec vous.
Okay. Liberated slaves. One liberated slave.
out of one.
Liberation Day. Oh. No. I just wanted up. Dang it. I might as well take the time to look at the trophies. Free your first slave. Liberate 500 slaves. Kill 5 guards at once with a blunderbuss. Freedom Cry, achieve 100% synchronization. Okay. Oh, and we get our pouch upgrades by liberating people.
Steel forged machete.
Special reward at 500. And I saw that we had an update on the machete. Machete, blunderbuss, and pouches. Slavery in Saint-Dominique. Hispaniola was first home to Taino tribes who suffered abuse, disease, and slavery after first contact with the Spanish, ultimately reducing their population to an estimated 500 people by 1548. With native populations waning, colonies looked for other sources of manual labor to help supply Europe's growing demand for goods. They turned to Africa. In French-controlled Saint-Dominique, conditions were punishing and birth rates for slaves were lower than death rates. Rather than improve conditions, the colony simply increased the rate at which it imported slaves. By the 18th century, Saint-Dominique had become home to the largest slave society, with the most brutal conditions in the world. Weapons. The machete. A large knife can be used either as a tool or a weapon, and the blade can vary in length. Machetes were frequently used to cut through undergrowth, trim vegetation, harvest sugarcane, and cut open fruit. They were convenient as a weapon because they were used so frequently, making them easily attainable on plantations.
You can use them as pancake flippers. For pancake grill.
Pancake flippers?
Yeah, I've done that before. When you don't have a spatula, just use a machete.
Huh.
It's gotta be a thin one, though, not a thick one. 'Cause otherwise you can't use the book on
Looks like we have some sort of store right over here.
I have a few new things today. Would you like to take a look?
Sure.
He's just hanging out there like, yeah, I have some stuff for you.
Machete, blunderbuss, pouches, ammunition. Let's buy a rope dart.
good day, and fortune favor you.
Let's look at the map. Okay, they want us to go this way. We got punishment. We got a jail. We got an auction. Wow, 40 slaves in there? Let's go to the viewpoint. Let's go liberate some people. Jailers are looking for runaway slaves and will call for help if they see you. That. Overseers. Plantation owners in the colonies were generally wealthy white Europeans. Ruling in absentia most of the time, they delegated their authority to overseers who controlled the day-to-day production of the plantation. The overseers were the people in charge of running the plantation's day-to-day activities, administering discipline, and often acting in place of the true owners. Port-au-Prince. Today, Port-au-Prince is known as the capital and largest city in Haiti, but it took a long time to get there, changing hands as interests shifted and power changed hands. A bustling center of commerce, in the 1730s, the current Port-au-Prince area was part of the grand scheme of Saint-Dominique, which was then home to over 140 sugar plantations. The English did not trouble the area during this decade, and various nobles sought land grants at Port-au-Prince from the French monarchy. African slaves outnumbered the rest of the population by a large margin. From a maroon perspective, Port-au-Prince was significant as a trading location and major center for slave labor. It would also become a strategic target in the slave rebellion that built in starts and stops throughout the 18th century, ultimately culminating in the founding of the Republic of Haiti. I'm going to loot you. I got 15 reals.
This is a French play.
Stop punishing him. Oh, hello. Dang.
I don't want to be that guy you're standing over.
Liberate.
Thank you, God, for sending this man to rescue.
Je t'en prie.
You're welcome. Ooh, there's a chest over here. Adewale is not as adept at collecting shinies as Edward, but he'll still collect it for resources.
Kick it open wide open.
Code Noir. The Code Noir was originally established in May 1685 by King Louis XIV of France and enacted in March 1687. It was a set of rules governing the rights and policing of slaves and remained in effect until 1789. Articles of the Code Noir made Catholicism mandatory in French colonies, provided guidelines for slave punishments, and also included a number of articles designed to limit the mistreatment of slaves. Masters were obligated to provide shelter, food, and clothing for their slaves, and were not allowed to torture or mutilate their workers, only beat them. Slave families were not to be sold separately. Care was to be given to the sick and dying. It was also stated that masters should only punish repeat offenders. But the Code Noir was never fully enforced, making way for all sorts of abuse. Most slave owners only adhered to the articles that benefited them. Some masters even became known for their cruelty and inventive methods of torture, and many violations were waived and overlooked. This was especially the case in Saint-Dominique when the pressures to remain the world leaders in sugar and coffee production was felt most strongly by the slaves who provided all of the necessary labor. I want your key. I can take him. I fight to liberate.
restricted area. So that one corner.
Here.
You've been sent from God.
You've endured enough.
Everybody out. You're free.
Yeah, just shove her out, right? Hey, Max.
Yeah, I was looking for it. I thought it was inside. Oh, it's probably on the roof. I'm wondering, what does it look like when we fall down? I mean, run down. Oh, he takes a little leap. No, Adewale. Forget it.
There you go. Smarter than the doorway.
Now let's go to the viewpoint.
Get down. Throw you down.
They haven't said that in centuries.
Definitely a kind of thing. Yeah, this looks safe to find.
In this one, they don't throw you down, they just shoot you. Excuse me, bird. Synchronize. Poof. They're chests, you know, not boxes. There's a big difference. Wasn't there like a slave thing right next to me somewhere?
No, I didn't see one.
Maybe they disappear after a while and reappear. Well, let's look for a fine gentleman. And maybe get some more chests. Hey, resources are important. Still, money. Which we'll probably need to get ammo and possibly ship upgrades once we get a ship. What is going on in here? Why not? Dang it, I was trying to grab him. Take out the gun. Take out you. And you. Dang, you're brutal with that machete. Now let's locate a gentleman. Oh, that's not pleasant. Gibbet.
Oh, yeah. Good, you can't help that guy.
No, he's already dead. Everyone spend time in a gibbet. There's one.
Mark my words, Luzan has eyes only for me. I'm on my way there now to present her with the gift.
Enjoy yourself, sir. And fear not, you'll meet no competition from me. My heart is too weak.
what's down there. This is kind of nice. We got the little wooden bridge here next to a tiny little waterfall creek. I'm guessing this is the brothel. Eavesdrop. Do I still not have an objective?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure.
You think me a traitor?
Slaves will be safer for it.
Monsieur Gouverneur, if they felt safe at the plantation, do you think they would rebel?
Of course. It is their animal nature. Violence is the only currency that motivates them. Like coin to you. If you really want to protect your African friends, spread the word. Quiet them down. Oh, nice.
I know what you do.
Well, I could not raise a hand to hurt a fly. But the overseers have great.
Will not be necessary. I will deliver your message. The cost will be high.
We will both profit by.
Is there any other service you require, Gouverneur?
Oh, an old man like me. I dare say Guzan has exhausted me already.
Then show yourself out.
Pierre Marquis de Fayette, governor, or gouverneur, born in 1675. Pierre Marquis de Fayette was born to a family which, though respected, had few land claims. He distinguished himself by virtue of his leadership throughout a productive naval career, which saw him rewarded with an appointment as governor of Saint-Dominique in 1732. Leaving a wife and children in France, he journeyed to the colony, hoping to use a brief stint as governor to earn enough respect, power, and wealth to soon return to France and retire in grace and style. Not much is known of his private life during this time, but he did frequent La Dame en Rose, and had more than a passing acquaintance with brothel mate, madam, and information broker Bastien Joseph. During de Fayette's tenure as governor, the slave population of Saint-Dominique would swell to 2,000, outnumbering Europeans by a factor of 3 to 1, allowing for both greater production of cash crops and increased political instability. Saint-Dominique, under his leadership, was both profitable and brutal. Oh, the Marquis de Lafayette?
Madame Joseph. Expecting a package.
It. But not you. Where's l'Admiral? I see. And do you mean for me to meet the same fate? Look around. One threat, and these men will end you.
I bring no threat. Tell me, how do the Templars allow you to carry on like this?
I am only the messenger. But before you judge, remember, the Templars' coin, like any, will buy the freedom of men like you. I know this mark.
You know nothing.
You have the brand of a slave, the eloquence of a scholar, hands of a sailor, and an assassin's hood. Few weapons. I think the storm stranded you. What do you need? A ship? Shelter? These things can be had for the price of this parcel.
I need nothing I can't win for myself.
but prove that what you promise is true. And perhaps something can be arranged.
Is this your game? Very well. Then you will do me a favor. Augustin Dufort is a very secretive man. First find his plantation contact and give him this message from the gouverneur. Augustin will give you all the proof you need. Repeat this password. Sili batoto krabla va manger.
Sili pas dodo, krabla va manger.
Pas mal. A convincing baritone. Now I suggest you leave before my admirers get suspicious.
Interesting.
Has he opened the package?
Nope, package is still sealed.
So you'd rather just wave it around than...
Bastien Joseph. Born in 1690... near Port-au-Prince. An intelligent, outwardly outgoing woman, Bastien Joseph had many acquaintances and few friends. Born free and raised by her mother, a prostitute at La Dame en Rose, Bastien Joseph made her first friends by selling glimpses of illicit acts to local children, but was shunned and labeled as morally corrupt as a young teenager. Choosing to avoid prostitution herself, Bastien learned to read, write, and manage financial affairs. In time, she became the brothel madame's indispensable right-hand woman. In this capacity, she bore witness to all the secret deal-makings, political manipulation, and scandal among the brothel's patrons, and learned the true power of the Madame of La Dame en Rose. Engaged once, she ultimately avoided the altar, realizing it would deprive her of the freedom she had carefully cultivated for herself. She instead inherited the brothel following her mentor's death, and took private pleasure in seeing the bullies and hypocrites of her childhood become her paying patrons once more. In the successful business the previous madam had built, Joseph saw potential for something more. Doubling her business, she then used the brothel to undertake two types of action on behalf of Maroons and enslaved Africans in Port-au-Prince. She used the proceeds to buy the freedom of slaves, and used the confidential veil of the brothel itself in tandem with her control over the women who worked there to solicit political favors from powerful clients, including Gouverneur de Fayette and the scientist Louis Gaudin. In 1735, she met Adewale for the first time, and the two became uneasy partners in helping Augustin Dufort in the Maroon cause. It does seem that a friendship developed between them, but it's unclear to what extent.
Come back, little beast!
Oh, I don't have a gun. I only have the rope dart. I'm used to having guns.
Get back here!
That works. An auction? Let's go break it up. Did that guy just disappear? Take care of this guy. Dang. Oh, there you are. How many slaves do I have right now? But I mean, you know what I mean. How many liberated people?
You are very brave. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone leave. Dang it, I keep pressing it too late. "15 liberated slaves."
25, you get an upgrade.
That's nice. Got a chest over here. That's the one I passed earlier. It's a hiding spot. See? Peekaboo. Where to next? Where's our next mission?
Is that the green dot? That's by the store owner?
Oh,
The store owner?
I guess it is. Let's go to jail. Go directly to jail. Let's free some more slaves. I probably could have just pickpocketed him, now that I think about it. Oh well. Stop it! Here you go.
My thanks. You are a good man.
No one deserves this.
Let's go see what this is up here. Oh, whoop. Lots of people.
I thought I was going to die. Thank you.
You deserve nothing less.
Here you go.
Thank you. It's not over yet.
I see him. Let's go in here. Transport injured slave to a safe area.
They hurt my legs. I can't get up. I can't thank you enough.
Gonna be a little hard.
Monsieur.
Let's go around this way. I couldn't help it. That guy
Mon Dieu.
lightly nudged me.
Save me.
Don't worry, I'm getting you help.
Come my way, man.
Don't let them find me.
Don't worry. I think I gotta go around. I see him. Oh, here we are. Here.
Never. Mon Dieu.
Thank you. You know there is still much work to be done.
You deserve to have a choice.
Liberated slaves. We got a new upgrade available.
You not liberate 5 slaves, you liberated one dude.
Yeah.
One dude.
We got a rope dart pouch. Currently have 29 and we need 50. Oh, okay. I see him.
both elderly and ill slaves.
This lot is ideal. Haven't seen them this
Pull him down. Dang it, that didn't work.
Roi, mais qu'est-ce qui lui prend?
Well, yeah, I just ran past the jail thing. Oh, it's an auction. Never mind, it was an auction. Go, be free!
How can I repay you, monsieur? We can only put a stop to this by helping each other.
I think these just keep respawning.
They do.
So I'm gonna go get some chests. I'm gonna go around. Splish splash. There's also a shop right over here too. Hey, buddy.
I have a few new things that may interest you.
Okay.
I have a few new things that may interest you.
Oh, I gotta buy the pouches.
Yep.
Oh, it's
0. Basically, you need to go to a place. Pick up the pouch.
looks like yep. Oh, ammo. Yeah, I was going to do that, but I accidentally. Okay, so I liberate the slaves to unlock it, and then I come here and pick it up. Now get 10.
My thanks. Return.
Well, it's my only long-range weapon.
You got other darts on.
Oh yeah, I got the sleeping berserk darts.
Good area, buddy.
Leave me alone.
J'ai bien envie de vous envoyer promener tous les deux.
I'm gonna go in this little hut. Open this chest with my foot. Let's see, any more chests? There's one over here. And there's... I can do it. Free!
It's a runner.
We got a runner.
Oh,
Not anymore.
C'est à croire qu'il a fait un coup sur la tête.
That's okay. You won't find me in the jungle. Oh, hey, buddy. Go, night-night. There it is. I'm guessing it's the Maroon Rebellion trying to get supplies. That's a lot of slaves.
It's a plantation.
Oh.
Yeah, that's you busting down an entire plantation.
I could do it!
Arrête-toi! Attrapez-moi ce cannibale!
I know. They killed him, didn't they?
Nope, he's still running.
Oh, he's still running? Okay.
There was someone trying to shoot you.
I wasn't sure. Take you out.
No, no, no!
You!
Je suis innocent, ne me faites pas de mal!
I failed.
Pitié, je n'ai rien
I'm
fait!
a horrible person. Because they would have come after me. I have no reason to live anymore. I might as well just give up. Let's go get the chest.
This is inside this fiend's hut.
This is not a hut.
Yeah, looks like a hut. Great wall. Fight the Mongol horde.
Mongols? No, I'm just gonna climb the tree. Nope. Too late. Ow. Dang it, he got another bell. They won't find me though. You go to sleep. Sabotage that. I'm gonna get your chest. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Run away! Hide in here. Nope. Hide in the bush. Nope. Hide in this. Dang it, you're too far away. Yoink!
Now get out of here.
Let's go. Should we go up here and get the viewpoints and work our way down?
If you want to.
Yeah. Might as well at least get these chests. Okay, time to go. There's a guy on my right. Don't really care. I'm just gonna run out the gate. Call the guards! So, where is he? He's not here anymore. Night night.
And an injured slave.
Don't worry, one thing at a time.
Thank you, mister.
Bye-bye.
I owe you my life.
You would do the same if you could.
There's the chest. Get out of there. Adewale. Let's go help this injured person.
Lord, please take me somewhere safe.
Where's that?
Please.
Is this gonna be the same spot? I know. Oh, this is not a good place. Okay, buddy, sorry, I'm gonna have to... Lots of people. I'm blocking. There you go. Let's get you some help.
Make your ancestors proud.
God, protect this man.
Sorry, buddy.
Lord, watch over us.
Here we go. Don't mind us.
I will never forget this. Merci, mon Dieu. Thank you. You know there is still much work to be done.
You too must help your brothers and sisters.
5 slaves liberated. We're up to 47. Go for this chest. Drop on down. Just over on the cliff. Why not? 14 to 30 chests in Port-au-Prince. You know what? Let's do it. No, I wanted you to get... Forget it! Sorry. Okay, here we go. Plantation raids are a good way to liberate many slaves simultaneously. You can find them near Port-au-Prince and in the rest of the Caribbean. However, once a plantation has been successfully raided, it will become deserted until a new owner establishes himself in that location. Plantation life. Life on the Saint-Dominique plantations was harsh. Slaves were tortured, violated, starved, made to live in shacks, and exhausted of all their energy. Everywhere, on all plantations, domestic slaves catered to every need of their masters and overseers, and worked when they were told, despite what the Code Noir dictated. The lash, both its imagery and sound, was perhaps the most common memory of plantation life. Lashing was a very common form of punishment used to force and threaten slaves into doing work. They were also cajoled with food, clothing, and rest as incentives, and were sometimes given the freedom to raise their own livestock and crops. That being said, the conditions on the sugar plantations were brutal. During the 8-month sugar harvest, slaves were expected to work long hours until all the work was done, including on Sundays, which the Code Noir specifically set aside as a day of rest. Slaves collapsed from exhaustion regularly and sometimes got into horrible accidents with the primitive machinery used on the plantations. Slaves were considered to be pieces of property and were generally labeled as unskilled, though many slaves were skilled masons, metalworkers, coopers, cooks, seamstresses, and nurses. Personal violations were also used as a method of control. Slaves were often relocated to other plantations without warning and were separated from friends, family members, and children. Many slaves were also raped. None of this stopped the enslaved people from starting families and having social lives on the plantations. Friends and family units were created in the barracks, and children were reared and taught the dangers and risks of the harsh life they were brought into. These barracks were the focal point for developing slave communities. Religion also played a major part. Faith offered the slaves a form of escapism from their harsh lives and masters. Sometimes religious scripture was used as code among its followers, sparking more hope and sometimes rebellion. As dark as these times were, there was still a spark of hope among the people. Kill 20 overseers.
Also says, this see the
Yeah, I know. That's a nice whistle.
Nice thing is this looks like one giant like Heidi field right there.
Well, yeah, it's a sugar plantation.
Va-t'en d'ici.
I know. I'm gonna sabotage it next. That guy doesn't see me.
Va-t'en d'ici.
There we go. That should help. Shh, 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 shh. Am I close enough for that? No, I was gonna try and... There we go. I wasn't sure if I was close enough for a reliable face, so I didn't want to accidentally try it and just...
An assassin!
I wanted to read about the slave barracks. Slave barracks were a common form of slave housing used in the 17th century. They were cheap and required little upkeep, which was ideal for plantation owners. Barracks were often constructed to look like wooden huts. Beds and furniture were not always allowed, forcing slaves to make makeshift beds out of planks or sleep on the floor. Slaves often created their own extended families, so many were crammed into tiny living spaces, which played a role in strengthening bonds. Slaves were sometimes allowed to plant and harvest their own small cash crops just outside the barracks. As they were not often supplied enough food to survive, these gardens saved many slaves from starvation.
Va semer le trouble ailleurs, étranger.
Dang it, you're not close enough. I only have 6 down, wow.
Tu ne vas qu'aggraver nos souffrances. Va-t'en.
Shush! Shush, 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 shush!
Va chercher les ennuis ailleurs.
Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, that actually helped, kind of.
Yeah. Be careful about that guy.
Yep. But he's near haystack. Just out of earshot.
To the bell.
I will. Once this guy turns around.
I'm gonna hide the body from them.
There's a chest over there. Is there a guy in that tower? There better not be.
Yeah, it's working too.
Doesn't look like it. Nope. There's a guy right over here. There he is. Going here. Oh, he doesn't come down all the way. Nope, yes he does. He just paused because he saw me. Halfway. This guy's staying in the middle of the field. That's nice. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, someone died. Oh, come on. That was unfair. You saw it. There was only one person there. But it was like there was one person, then suddenly three. Sorry, 3 people got killed. Finally, only have 5 left now. There's at least 3 up front. Plantation mansions. Multi-story buildings with high ceilings, large windows, marble or wood flooring, with a second floor balcony for viewing one's vast property. Plantation mansions were a symbol of the plantation owner's wealth and success. The mansion was generally placed in the most central location of the plantation so that it would be visible and recognizable from a distance. They were usually a combination of Greek, French Creole, and Caribbean architecture, all built with enslaved labor as if to emphasize their inequality. Yep, I see 2 of them. So there's actually... Yep. Night night. I'm running out of darts though. Yeah, that helped. I just got 2 people here. Get. Why don't you go through the... Oh, that helps. That works. I didn't know it was open.
You cannot stay out here! Run! Go!
Yeah, not bad. We got 37 out of 40. Boom. We got smoke bomb and dart pouch. Eh, not too bad.
Get that, thing you came for.
Yep, the viewpoint and the 2 chests. Not too shabby. There's 1. Oh, I could have made it. Oh well. There's 2. And all the way up for the viewpoint. Get out of there. Okay, this is a dead end. Never mind. Eh. No, go up. Okay, maybe. Oh, there we go. Come on. Here we are. My perch now. Anything new on the map? 3 more chests. Let's go get them! Oof. Yep. A nice little seating area. Let's go get either one. Get out of there. Here's the last one over here. Okay. Let's go to a shop. Pick up our pouches. Nice ambient music. Leave him alone. I'm guessing you're a mute.
You have been sent.
Oh, no.
It's not over yet.
He's a ventriloquist. He can I know. He can speak after his mouth is moved. That's a pretty amazing talent. Seriously?
Go over a little more.
I know how to climb.
No, you just rammed your head against the wall 6 times.
Smoke pouch. Dart pouch. Ammo.
You are wise, Captain. You never know what this cruel world has in store.
So, what are my next... Experimental Creed appearance at 100. Ironclad Ram. Blunderbuss ammo. Firecracker bag. Steel Forged machete. Portable cannon. Special reward. What is the portable cannon and what is the special reward? I want to know. I want to continue freeing slaves. Another plantation. These are all in plantations.
Yes, that's because the map isn't very big.
I know. Let's make our way over there. We got a runner. That wasn't you. Whoops. Get back here. Get back here. Dang it! Yeah, I see him. I see him. I thought he would still be there.
Oh, viens ici, toi.
I slowed him down, kinda. Wrong one. Dang it!
Appelez la garde. Attrapez cet homme.
There, I freed some people.
We can only put a stop to this by helping each other.
I should really just try to pickpocket these guys sometimes. Dang, he just chopped him.
You will not regret this. Thank you.
You've endured enough.
So much to do. Because they just saw dead people.
We have been plagued by some very powerful storms recently, which have devastated our outer before.
We have been plagued by some very powerful storms.
Yep.
Yeah, let's max out the weather.
Why? Oh, we got a runner over here. I don't know exactly.
I think you killed the runner. No? That's not that.
He's invisible.
So apparently once you take out one plantation,
Take out all of them?
plantations go. Yeah,
Nope,
one's
this one's still around though.
Yeah, and that's your main objective.
That's probably where it tells me this is how you do plantations.
Yes. That's why I was wondering why you're running around these ones.
I'm going to the viewpoints. I hate this. Cause see, that happens. I'm gonna go over here. There we go. There.
We're on edge.
No. Why can I not synchronize? There we go. And drop. Time to collect some chests. There's a 1. Up here is a 2. Over here is a 3. Oh, there you are. Here's a 4th. I'm just clearing out this place. 5. High jumping fences. Who puts a chest right next to a bush? Lots of people, apparently. And there's one down here. The invisible runner. He's so fast, you can't see him. No, that can't be. Yeah, he looks a little well kept. Get it. Let's head back into town. Where are my slaves at? You know what I mean. I'm at 92. Let's go liberate a few more, and then we'll call it. Enough to get to 100. Here's some. You're burning them! Ah, there's a runner. I know, because I'm busy fighting people here. Sorry. Oh, there's a new plantation owner. Oh, we can get these people at least.
You will get your due thanks one day, stranger.
Make your ancestors proud.
Let's go disrupt an auction. Or a jail. I'm sorry.
Get back here!
No one deserves this.
I liberated them. $98. Oh, hello. I thought I killed you. I'm sorry. Lots of slashes. Sometimes I just over... Come on, let's get 2 more people. 2 more. Get an even 100. That's fine.
Worth your money, gentlemen. Good looking.
My money's right here. It's sharp and pointy.
I am in your debt.
You deserve nothing less.
Spirito Creed appearance. Put that down. There happens to be some right over here. Stop whipping them. Shot through the slave
You
somehow.
would do the same if you could.
Okay. Now that that's over, and since we've already been going for an hour and a half, I'm gonna end the video here. If you like this video, let me know in the comments. If you really liked it, press that cute little like button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Luke Dog, and I'll see you next time. Liberation!